My last two retreats, I made the choice. I want to say mistake, but I made the choice right afterwards. The first one, we went right into camping on the coast with two other families, and there was like 15 of us on a really small campsite, and it's raining and it's cold. And I was just like, hell no to all of it. And I had just spent time pouring out to 20 people and holding the container. And now I'm surrounded and squished, and it was horrible. And then the next retreat, I had one day home, and then we got a puppy and flew with all 5 of us and the puppy to Arizona for a family reunion with 20 people. So for the last year, I don't even know what it could be like to come home from holding that container and actually feel it. But I hear and I observe and I support the individuals that go to a retreat. It's like the saturation, right? And there's so much change. And then you go back to your real life, and the real life hasn't changed much. And the people that you go back to have kind of been in the same routine. And that contrast is jarring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if that's part of what you're experiencing.
I come home to a very calm and peaceful house, luckily, to a very stable, I want to say a very stable life with a very stable and supportive partner who, I know when I came back, she was like wanting me to just like jump on her with joy and missing her for a week, and I was able to kind of share, hey, it's not that I didn't miss you. I did miss you. And I was just trapped in a house. When you're out, it feels like trapped for a minute, but just trapped in a house with like 11 other men for a week, and traveling 2 of those days. And that there's a part that just needs to kind of slowly integrate back in and have some space to be alone and by myself. And I'm tired. I think that was the biggest thing, is emotionally and energetically, I was like fully depleted. So I didn't have a lot to give to her.
Right.
But like I said, I have a great partner who it was totally understanding. She was like a little sad, right? Like, which is totally fair, but she also understood. The thing that I don't do well is I think I'm going to rebound faster. So I had to give myself like a half a day or a day off after the retreat. And then I go right back into my work. And I recognize I wrote myself a note after this one, 3 days, 72 hours of no work, no, you can exercise, whatever, but no appointments, no work after a retreat ends. Because I think also I'll have that come down during those days. Whereas when I go right back into work, the come down then comes later, because I'm like delaying it because I'm not actually experiencing it. I'm busy. And then what I noticed was the weekend came. So I came back last Monday. I started back at work on Tuesday. I worked through Friday. Saturday hit, and all of a sudden I was like, why am I sad and kind of depressed and feel pointless and worthless and feel like everything I do, there's no point in anything I do. And that was like Saturday and Sunday and into Monday. I was like, oh, I'm like feeling what I delayed from not letting myself feel when I came back.
And so then as an executive and leadership coach, if you were speaking to a client of yours that was saying that, how would you respond?
Oh, give yourself a sound bath. Yeah, that's not what I would say. I actually did. That was an experiment because nothing I could do to get me out of it. And I believe, I have this dual thing, which you read, the masculine and feminine. The masculine needs to take action and do something about the situation that they're in. And the feminine can feel and be with what the experience that they're in. And I think that there's a both and, where we don't want to do our way out of every feeling, and we don't want to feel our way stuck into every space. Right. And I think that is a really gentle, fine line to navigate and figure out. So some things I try to do is, first I give myself permission to just feel the way I'm feeling.